Future of virtual motorsports is now. This September, the heart of sim racing beats in Chicagoland, as the Sim Gaming Expo takes over the Schaumburg Convention Center, September 5th through the 7th. wheel to wheel in our competition area. Test the latest gear, meet top brands, creators, and celebrate with fellow sim racing enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned sim racer or new to the sport, this is your chance to be part of history. To purchase tickets and see the full exhibitor lineup, visit simgamingexpo.com.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona for the ARCA Sparks Series race. This 1 mile D-shaped tri-oval. It's going to be a blend of speed, strategy, and split-second decisions where the wall is close and the precision matters, man. We got a field here tonight that's going to be full of seasoned veterans, rising stars, and even got a championship picture that's going to start to take shape here as this thing slowly starts to get in the books. I'm your host, Big Al, joined in the booth by none other than Mr. James Watson. And we're going to be here to get you through all of it lap by lap. Got Kobe Jordan down in the truck pushing the buttons, making this thing go round and round. James, how you doing tonight, boss?
Oh, I'm doing good, and I cannot wait for this one. This might be my favorite track on all of iRacing. There's just something about this place that's just so much fun to drive. It's just fantastic, and we're at the original version of Phoenix, the superior version of Phoenix, and with that paved dogleg nonsense, just a true D-shaped oval right here baking in the Arizona sun.
Said it better myself. And like James said, we are running this on the original configuration, not the newer version that a lot of people are used to. But this, James, this is the very version that we actually cut our teeth on in the sim. So glad to be here, glad to be a part of it, man. What do you think we can expect to see out there tonight? But first, we're going to talk about this race. It's going to be 110 laps, 4 sets of tires. It's going to be behind the wall. 75% fuel range, air temps 78, 138 degrees on the track. Wind's going to be out of the north at 2 miles per hour under partly cloudy skies. James, what can we expect to see here tonight as far as racing's going?
Whole lot of sideways. The car is getting very loose as the tires wear, and as the tires are fresh too. Basically, no matter what, you're gonna have to be dirt tracking this car. It's gonna get sideways on you a lot and often. So if you're not paying attention, if you're not good on that throttle control, you're gonna go around.
Throttle control. That's right. Back to that egg underneath the pedal where you got to be really gentle with that thing, especially getting in and off of those corners. That drive off is going to be a big thing happening down there tonight. That's something we're going to be watching. Let's take a look here at our point stand and see how this thing. So, keys to the race. Dog leg decision making. You got to decide if you're going to hit it hard, if you're going to stay high. That's going to be one of those first choices that drivers are going to have to make, and we'll be watching that one. That's going to be exciting. Next, tire wear and heat management. 138-degree track temperature right now. It doesn't get much hotter than that. These tires, this track, new tire model, old track configuration, who knows what can happen. Drivers are going to have to watch both. And last but not least, go ahead and braking consistency into turn 1. Turn 1 is going to be that monster turn right there, and that's what we're going to be looking at. Drivers are going to have to get down right there, brake early, kind of get that roll off into there so they can actually get a decent run into 2. That'll be something else we're going to be watching out for tonight, and those right there are the keys to the race. Just under a minute left here in warm-up, and we'll be getting ready to transition this thing over into qualifying. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at our point standings here as we are getting ready to wrap this season up. Maddie Raymond still sitting on top of the leaderboard with 3 wins. Paul Osen tucked in second. Vincent Crow, he's going to be back in third with 1 win. James Watson, 4th. Kenny Powell, 5th. 6th place, Maddie Cisna. 7th, Jeff Engler. Sebastian Mansion is going to be in 8th. Greg Wachinski, 9th. And Chris Severa, who is back on the racetrack tonight, is going to be rounding out the top 10. Man, lots going on, lots of excitement, trying to figure out where we're going to put the cameras. Man, we're going to be all over the place on this one tonight, James. And James, you especially, you're going to be actually driving this thing while you're calling it with us. Can't wait to see how that works out.
Absolutely.
All right, qualifying going to be in the books. Now it's time to turn it over. Warm-up going to be in the books. Now it's time to start qualifying. Drivers will be taken to the track here very shortly. And as they are trying to put their times in there for their qualifying, let's go ahead and take a look at our picks for tonight's race. Hey, my misspelling.
I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do my pick first before I go out for my qualifying run. I am going to take Lucky Urquijo to bring the win home tonight.
All right. Lucky Urquijo for James. Kobe, who you got there, Cobes? Chris Severa for Cobes. And then last but certainly not least, Big Al's going to go ahead and take James Watson for the win. That's right. I'm picking my own little sidekick to go ahead and get this thing done. James, you said it's your favorite track, buddy. I'm going to hold you to it, and I'm going to hope that you get a win here. I'm going to pick you till you win. How about that? No pressure. Qualifying is underway. Drivers getting that first lap in. We'll be sitting here waiting, patiently getting a look at those lap times, man. And this season, boy, did it fly by. And I'm glad that we actually got a pretty good showing here tonight. 13 cars, to be exact, going to be down there bidding it their chance to try to get a win here in the ARCA Sparks Series, something that is very, very hard to come by. Trust me, I've been here every week, and I can attest to that. Watching that 25 car slide around the racetrack, Mr. Jeff Engler. Just got that Mustang looking pretty good out here tonight. Lachlan Acquisio now, second to James Watson. Lachlan just had a very short stint on top of that leaderboard. Got a car around in the grass. That's going to be...
Oh. I don't think that car is okay.
What's wrong with it?
I know we like a lot of skew in these cars, but I think the skew tends to go in the other direction.
What car is that?
I believe it's Minchandon.
Wow, and you see him right there coming through the grass. Poor Sebastian, not the mark you want to leave, not the mark you want to receive.
Absolutely not.
Looks like James Watson definitely has the fastest time on the leaderboard right now. His qualifying is slowly creaking to an end. Going to see if that time's going to be fast enough to stand up. I do believe it is, James. So you will, as I see right now, waiting on the 83 to post his times. But you, it seems, will be starting from the front.
Hell yeah. First ever ARCA Sparks pole. Let's go.
Giddy up. That's what I'm talking about. One car left on the field. That's the 5 of Greg Watchinski. Greg back. Greg's also in the top 10 there in the points standings. I believe he has got it locked in there at number 9. We're watching Paul Osen here. Paul just needs to have a solid run, keep doing what he's doing. You know, he just has to be consistent. Qualifying in the books. We'll go ahead and take a step away, and we'll be back with our starting lineup and coverage of tonight's race. And we are back. Please subscribe, give us that thumb up, ring that bell. We need all the support we can get here at the ARCA Sparks tonight. Starting grid on the P1 is going to be none other than our very own James Watson. P2 outside pole, Lackley and Oquizio is going to be starting second place. That next row is going to have Ryan Barber in the 5 car. He'll have Matty Raymond on his outside. Kenny Powell will be starting in 5th. He'll have Sebastian Mansion starting beside him in 6th place. 7th place is going to be Mr. Jeff Engler. He's going to have Greg Wachinski lining up on his outside. Tim Blundell is going to be in 9th with Chris Severa lining up on his outside. That's going to round out the top 10. Then you're going to have Paul Osen and Brad Wright starting off in the next row, and Ryan Andrews is going to round out this 13-car field. Now, with that done, lights off on the pace car, 1 to go. Before this thing goes green, pace car is going to be getting out of the way here. No dog leg to actually navigate there. I might have said that. I might have misspoke a little bit there, but only those that know. Those that didn't know, well, now you know. We're really going to get them lined up here. Pace car's off and away. Watson's got them lined up. He is on the throttle. Green flag is out, and we are boogity going. Watson is a drag race into turn 1. Lachlan Oquizio is going to be coming around that high side. We saw Ryan Barber. He was down on the bottom, really kind of got tugged up, and now he lost it a little bit, had to straighten it out, get back off the throttle. That's actually going to cost him at least 1 spot. Going to be watching to see how he fares from that. But the story up front, James Watson getting it done. Watson now clearly out front, got that lead that he's looking for, and I don't think he's going to be looking back further behind. You got Matty Raymond now. He is going to be getting a single file line behind the 5 car of Ryan Barber. Kenny Powell looks to the inside. He's dragging along with him the 10 car, Chris Severa. Severa elected not to qualify tonight. That actually put him a little bit further back in the pack, starting this thing in 10th place. But now he was already moved up to 6 just like that. Severa actually going to be our biggest mover so far. Still watching Kenny Powell. Go ahead.
Yeah, interesting call from Severa there to not qualify. It's Lord knows he definitely had the speed to contend for the pole. I guess just wanted to have a little fun trying to see if he can drive his way up through the field.
Ooh, Kenny Powell comes off the wall right there. Gave a little bit of a love tap there to 10 Severa. But Severa's always been the guy that likes to ride kind of in the back of the field. You know, he's more for the challenge, I think you say, but he's definitely in it for the strategy. So don't count that 10 car out just yet. Keep your eyes on him. I think he's definitely going to put down some things that you're going to like. Kenny Powell doing what he can right now. He's got Greg Wachinski. He's going to be right behind him. And behind Greg, my main man, Sebastian Mansion, and was watching Sebastian in practice. And, man, he put a big wallop into the wall. Actually, that was qualifying, James. Actually got a real big, hard hit there into the wall. And I think that might did. That might be something we'll have to look out for here tonight. Everything going well right now, but I do know this track is tricky, buddy. And when you just least expect it, especially going into 1 or coming out of 4, she's going to go right around on you. So be watching out for that. Sebastian Mansion is now putting a little bit of pressure on Mr. Watson. No, sorry, Oquizio. Likely an Oquizio.
Yeah, it's interesting watching Lockie try to run up by the wall. You typically don't see that a whole lot here at Old Phoenix. You'll see it a lot more at the newer version, but here you tend to want to wrap the yellow line more. That's at least the line I always tend to run here.
Yeah, indeed. You know, this is one of the first tracks we actually cut our teeth on, trucks at Phoenix. You know, that's every iRacer is familiar with that setup, with that track.
Absolutely. You spend a lot of time here, whether it's Pickup Cup, ARCA in D class, the rallycross track here if you're getting into off-road and all that. I have quite a bit of time here. This is also a very popular choice for the Indy Pro 2000. I can't even begin to count how many laps and races I've done around this place. So yeah, I really enjoy every time we come here.
It's definitely starting to show, James, as you are definitely leading the way for the rest of the field. Aside from the 42, doesn't look like anybody's going to be up there anytime soon to contest. The 83 Matty Raymond, will be watching him. He had a solid qualifying start. He started in fourth, still in fourth.
Yeah, just trying to find that balance of conserving the tires, but not going too slow to where I give up the lead, because this isn't always the easiest place to pass. So if you got the lead, you've got to do everything you can to try to hold on to it.
Yeah, definitely. It's the 42 now, starting to go around the outside. Still high, not going to be able to get that drive off, not making it hook up just yet. But I think he's going to keep sticking to it. But further back in the field, green flag racing goes. Single file racing it is. Everybody minding their P's and Q's. Hey, if you guys keep doing this, man, we'll be out of here in no time.
No, right? No kidding.
Yeah. Might even let my flag band go down and get him a hot dog, spend some time with Thelma Sue. He doesn't need to be up here in the booth. These guys got it. Getting ready to have a first challenge for the lead. The 42 car going to be down on the inside. First time for the night that he tried to do that. Usually he'd been up around the high side. Still not being able to get the bite on the inside. The 39 is going to get the drive off. James Watson still stays up to the front, but likely it's not going to be done just yet. He's still going to be trying to put his nose in here, trying to do everything he can to disrupt the air off the rear of that 39 car. While he's putting him on the defensive, he still has to stay offensive. He has to be offensive with you, James, but he has to be defensive with the crew behind him, because these guys, they're poking and probably looking for any sign of weakness that they can find.
Yeah, this is a massive pack here. Everyone's just kind of still up in here, still in the show, still a part of the fight, just trying to see what they can do. I imagine a good chunk of everyone in this packer is just trying to ride here a little bit.
Yeah, y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Up in here, up in here.
Way to go, James. Side by side, though, between the 83 of Matty Raymond and the 10 of Severa. Severa slowly made his way up, threw his hat up, tried to get around the 10, the 83. Nothing happened just yet. He is still there, got that dominant position on the inside. He was going to be pushing Matty Raymond up as much as he can. Raymond probably a little bit uncomfortable right there because he did not see that 10 car coming, but he was coming every lap, just making his way around. James, how's the track feeling? Is it a little bumpy down there for you?
Yeah, it feels like the car might be bottoming out a little bit on corner entry. It just feels like it kind of slides, and not like a push slide. It just feels like the front just kind of disconnects from the track. So it's a bit annoying to deal with, but all honesty, it's not feeling all that bad.
Pushing a little bit. Got a little dump truck action going on there.
Yeah, the surface at this place is really interesting. You know, it's definitely got a lot of bumps and a lot of character, and like especially right at the exit of 4, because the pavement kind of it's kind of caved in a little bit. So if you know what you're looking for, you can actually kind of hit right where it starts caving in, and you can use that to help kind of hook you around the corner. But if your car is, but if the car is really, really loose, you gotta be careful when you do that, because it can just as easily hook you too much. So you really gotta be kind on the throttle and your steering input, because if you're turning in too much when you hook that curve, that's also when it's gonna try to throw you around.
Yeah, tracking. I'm definitely continuing to watch this thing right now. Track temp's already slipped up to 139 degrees. It's getting warmer. I thought there's no way it's going to eclipse 138. Now we're at 139. Definitely going to be watching that. That could lead to a sticky situation down there. That might actually work out in your favor just a little bit or not. Are those tires too hot for you to get grip on them at this point?
I'd say probably, you know, tires at any sort of tires on a race car are already going to be really hot, and then you add in the fact that the track temp is the surface of the sun. It's not creating a pleasant atmosphere for these general tires, so that's why you got to really focus on just taking care of your stuff.
Speaking of focusing, we're focusing on that 5 car right now. Ryan Barber, he has been getting kind of a little bit in and out of it, which actually caused Vera to get into it with the 83. Then they make contact again. Now, Matty Raymond's going to be actually going the wrong way. He's going to have Powell to contest as well. But this all actually started from Ryan Barber. Ryan Barber, new car here in the field tonight, and actually running pretty good. He's actually running up in 3rd place. But when it came time for Matty Raymond to engage, it just got a little bit squirrely.
Yeah, but now this is a good battle between these two. They're still side by side.
Yeah, Raymond definitely had to get out of it, so now he finds himself battling for yet another position. And unfortunately, the longer he battles with Powell, the quicker he's going to have to deal with the 5 of Wachinski, because now Greg's on his way, trying to get up front. We'll be watching the speeds up front here. Right now, likely in Acquisio putting down the fastest lap that last lap with a 29.525, going to his 28.686. That's telling us right now we got about a second of fall off on the tires, which those are the first preliminary reviews, and that's pretty significant. Yeah, after 22 laps of racing, a second of fall off, that's a pretty big deal.
And it certainly feels like it, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely can see a couple cars in the field having that pain, that handling pain. You can see this is on a fixed setup though, so not many adjustments the drivers can make tonight. Just going to have to adjust their driving style. That's where the key is going to come, is that loosen up between the pedals and the wheel.
And that's the hardest nut to fix.
Oh
no, we got a car going around Barber. Wow, what a save.
Kept it pointing around.
Oh, wow.
Severa got into Barber right there. Remember I said Barber was actually kind of slowing up that line. Severa came back to challenge. Didn't work out too much that last time. We'll see it right here on your screen again. You see Severa comes down on the inside, putting all the pressure there you can. Barber just gets a little bit loose, and Severa straightens him out. What a great dude, man. Man, Chris Severa, man of the year right there. You see that? I'm going to get you crooked, and I'm going to straighten you back out. No caution. We continue green flag racing just like that.
Yeah, Ryan's probably not happy about that one, though. And Lord knows Ryan's tires are not happy about that one, though, either.
Yeah, Barber actually goes from 4th place all the way back to 8th place.
Yeah.
Significant fall for him. And you know what? These positions, they're real easy to lose, but they're hard as heck to get them back. And you can see the distance now between the 24 Powell and the 2 leaders.
Oh, yeah, Kenny Powell, the big winner in this, moving all the way up to 3rd.
Yeah, got Greg Wachinski now. He's going to be making his way around Chris Severa. Not sure what happened with the 10 car, but he seems to be a little bit off the pace.
Yeah, you wonder if he maybe might have gotten a little bit of damage from that incident.
Watching that 40 car come sliding in. Severa going to be going down pit road. That's definitely going to be I don't think that was an advertised pit stop.
No, because we should be able to get to where we just have to pit one time for fuel. So you have to wonder if that damage for Severa might be really, really bad for him to just bring it down right now.
Got Brad White also coming down pit road. He'll be getting a little lot love in the 19 car. So 2 cars down on pit road. That's going to make it look a little more normal. But the question is going to be, Severa loses a lap, as does Brad Wright. Brad Wright's got to kick it in gear here, otherwise he might be in jeopardy of losing 2 laps as the lead car is coming right back around the side for him. And there he is. I think he's going to park it.
Oh.
Oh, that's going to suck. Caution's out. Caution's out on the racetrack. Only car I see out of place is the 19. Oh, the 19 didn't cause the caution. What? I was just trying to figure out what the 19 was doing. I almost forgot that we were still live. I was going to have a couple of expletives trying to, what the heck? Anyway, Caution's going to come out for the first time. Chris Severa's going to get his lap back. Pit road open. And who will have to go to the long of the Indus line. We're going to take a step away, get a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
And we are back. Got them lined up, lights off on the pace car, getting ready to take this thing green again. Caution just came out. First caution of the night, believe it was 4 to 5. Nope, the 19 of Mr. Brad Wright. Ooh, James Watson off and again. A green flag. Racing is continuing. Big whoops back in the back of the field. Slow up. It looks like Mr. Engler totally missed a start. Jeff said that he was in the wrong gear. That caused whoops checkup. Those guys did not get the start that they wanted. Chris Severa caught up in that mayhem. That's going to put a lot of stress on these guys to catch the field.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do at the beginning of a run where the tire conservation is most critical, having to now try to run people back down.
Yeah, absolutely. I was watching Greg Wachinski kind of get out of line there to go low. He's going to take the low line. The 19 car's back around on pit road. He must be serving the black flag that he got that brought out the yellow flag that we shared. And now we're back under the green flag. And Kenny Powell's battling with Matty Raymond. He is in a position right now to do just that. These two dropping all the way back to 4th place. Matty Raymond in 3rd. Powell gets a little bit loose there, tight condition. He has to pedal that car just a little bit to kind of keep it going the right direction. Still racing under green flag. Looking at the 75 of Ryan Andrews. Ryan, good to see Ryan actually keeping it together this week. He had a very, very hard time. I do believe it was at Lanier. So definitely he's out there now. He's going to be on the inside making a move, trying to move up into 6th place. He's going to be right beside the 40 of Sebastian Mansion. And Sebastian's going to hold him out there, not ready to relinquish. Oh, goes on a hard break there. See if he's going to try to set him up for the crossover, see if he can come back on the inside. The inside is open, but not getting the drive off that he needs. Just like that, Ryan Andrews going to move himself up. And now he'll be in 6th spot. Ooh. The 19 car, he is coming back onto the racetrack. After having an extended stay on pit road. Now that everything is all said and done with those guys, they're actually 4 laps down now. Oh, got a car sideways. That's going to be that 40 car. And he's coming right back just in time to get lined up with the 10. Oh, contact again. 45 going to go high.
Man, Shandon is getting manhandled.
Yeah, he is definitely having a hard time down there. Not sure what's going on, but, I mean, keep pedaling, buddy. A lot of cars slipping and sliding around here as I'm watching. Not as much as we had in the first iteration, but definitely now that caution has come out, I'm seeing drivers having a little bit harder time here through this first 10 laps here of actually, the cars don't look as steady or set as they were in the first 10.
Yeah, I think aggression is starting to ramp up here as we're getting close to halfway. And, people kind of used to the car driving one way and now back on fresher tires, thinking that you might be able to be a little more aggressive on it. And the tires telling you that, nope, you still can't do that.
Yeah, you're still going to have to save tires to conserve fuel. I mean, no matter how you look at it, tire management is going to be one of those things that drivers are going to have to heed tonight if they want to actually be able to drive that tank of gas out. We say this all the time, or I say it, you don't want to be tire dependent. You'd rather be fuel dependent all night. The 42 now putting his inside down on the 39. Is going to be making another attempt here for the lead. These two going to be side by side coming out of the turn. Watson getting the drive off. Solid leap. Not enough to close the door. Still got a bumper there of the 42 on the inside. Not clear. Watson clear now. Going to try to get the drive off just a little bit too tight for the 42. He comes up high. And while you're watching these guys, the 24, Kenny Powell's been putting his nose on the inside of the 83. Gets real tight there for the 83. He goes back up high, gets the drive off. Now Powell's going to be trying to get his nose in there. Matty Raymond trying to do everything he can to get clear. As Lacklin Acquisio reassesses his situation now. He's going to be content to stay back in P2 for right now. Powell still going to be chipping away, trying to get around to 83. James Watson, he's been your leader. James, you've led every lap thus far this race, haven't you?
I do believe so.
Well, that's right. Keep it going, buddy. Counting on you. In this thing, I'm just looking all around the racetrack, trying to tell you what's going on here. Everybody's doing the right thing. Kenny Powell getting a little bit of break there. That front pack of 4 starting to have a little bit of a breakaway. Then you'll have Wojcinski by himself, and then a while back you'll actually have Barber and Andrews, a pair of Ryans. Yeah, Chris Rivera actually did get by Ryan Andrews. Now he finds himself in between the 2 Ryans. Chris now scored in 7th place. As he's going to be making his run, trying to get back to the front. And just like that, the 42, Lachlan Uquizio, who was, he was all over your bumper. Now he has his hands full. And it appears that the 83 is finally caught up, and he wants to have a little bit of a conversation about P2. And James, this is good for you because he brought Kenny Powell with him. So this looks like it's about to become a 3-car conversation.
Absolutely, and I'm hoping that they have that conversation way over there.
That 42 car definitely still keeping his eyes on what's going on behind him as he tries ever so hard to close the door and to grab the man in front of him. Neither one being real easy. Like this racetrack, super hard to pass on. It's hard to set them up, and it takes a couple laps to set up a pass. It's going to be constant pressure, though. I think that's will be the key. You got to keep constant pressure and have 4 perfect corners.
Yeah, this is bottom dominant, except when you're battling with someone, then the middle is very overpowered. You've got to basically kind of set up some of the perfect lap to be able to try to pass someone on the inside. In some cases, you might be able to do a slide job. I don't know how easy it'll be in the ARCA car. All of my slide job experience is in the Indy Pro 2000, which is a much smaller open wheel vehicle compared to these big old land yachts.
Yeah, indeed. Now doing everything he can, trying to get around the inside of the 83 Matty Raymond. Raymond holding him at bay. I think Raymond was kind of distracted by his own endeavors to try to catch the 42. Didn't see that the 24 was indeed challenging him. And now he has to let his challenge for second go so he can defend third. Just like that, see how quick it changes?
Absolutely.
The Hunter.
That's why you can never rest at this place.
Yeah, Raymond was so concentrated on getting up to the 42 that he looked, and just right to his inside, he saw the 24, and I don't think he liked that. Just like that 42 now, he is slowly trying to reel in the 39. He's been painting your bumper here for the majority of the contest. Not able to put together the recipe yet to even get up. He's going to get sideways there. Pedals it through the turn. No harm, no foul. Green flag racing still continuing. We are coming up on halfway through this thing. We'll be halfway at the line. All right, James, so now we've officially hit the halfway mark. What happens now? Does your mindset kind of change? Now you just counting down those 55 laps. How many laps do you actually have on a tank of gas, James?
I can go pretty far into this second half on fuel before I have to pit. So it's just kind of, when do you want to go for tires? And that's the burning question. That's going to make or break the race, because it then becomes undercut or overcut, and with how hard it is to pass, you're not sure what's going to be the winning strategy. But with the fall off that we're getting, it's like, do you want to focus on the overcut? So honestly, I don't know. I'm running 1,000 calculations in my head, and I feel like all of them are wrong. So I truly don't know what to do for strategy at this point.
Okay. Well, if you don't know what to do, then we don't know what to do, because we're calling ours shots off of you. I mean, I'll know when
Yeah.
to kind of pit when you pit. I mean, so I think there's going to be a lot of cars that are going to be watching just the same intently as we are, because they're going to be wanting to take notes from the leader.
Yeah, or more than likely, you're going to see a lot of people doing their own thing, because, like Larry Mack says, if you follow the leader, you're going to follow the leader. So I imagine we're going to see a lot of people doing differently than what I do, and it's up to me to then come up with a counterattack that hopefully works.
Well, indeed, you keep doing what you're doing, buddy, because apparently it's working. Powell's starting to fall back, lose a little bit of footing now on the 83. Everybody, caution's out again on the racetrack. Second time, believe that's the 10 car, Chris Severa. I got him on pit road. I actually got quite a few cars down on pit road. Got the 4, the 75, and the 10.
All right, well, that takes out most of my stress.
Will you guys be able to make it?
Yes, sir. We're going to be able to make it on fuel, no problem.
All right. We're going to take a step away, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back so we can have continued coverage through the end of this thing.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
And we are back. Big whoops there down pit road. All I heard was my co-anchor here with some expletives that we cannot repeat because there are kids watching this, right? But he's upset. And if you look back, you'll see why. Because just like that, he is actually in third now. And then you'll see Ryan Andrews. I mean, wow. That was like a lawn shark. He was a track shark. All right, here it is. Doubled up, lights off on the pace car. Pace car going to be getting out and down and away. This should be the last scheduled green flag pit stop for the remainder of the contest. The driver should be able to make it. Well, I don't know. That'll be the last. Well, hopefully we won't have another caution. But they will actually be able to make it on this way. 42 taking us through that Geico restart zone. Green flag's out. So is the 42. He is in the win. Lachlan Acrizio, your new leader here. Watson down on the inside of the 83, battling Matty Raymond. Trying to do what he can. Raymond gets into that left quarter panel there, right rear quarter panel of Watson. That kind of slowed down his game a little bit, which allowed Kenny Powell to now get down on the inside. Kenny trying to get in that dominant position, get the drive off so he can clear third. Something he had not been able to do yet, as he and the 83 have been battling intently. Still, that battle's going to go on. They're going to have that 5-car, Ryan Barber. He is going to be right there, line in the weight as Kenny Powell steals the deal. Matty Raymond going to go low. He is going to have Ryan Barber's going to be coming up on his outside any given time. Barber just waiting now to make a move. Speaking of making a move, we're watching the inside. James Watson now slowly setting himself up. Looks like he's going to be battling for the lead here momentarily. Matty Raymond. He was good till he wasn't. Here we go. Watching this battle for the lead intently. As Watson slowly reels in now. He is to the door of the 42 in the turn. Oh, he gets into him. Watson goes sideways. Pedal, gets it back under control. He's still kind of sliding, still not out of damage, still not out of danger. Green flag still continues. Watson keeps it pointed in the right direction. Gonna lose a couple of spots on that one. Watson goes all the way back from 2nd to 7th, putting himself in the biggest deficit that he has had thus far today. And just like that, Matty Raymond also has the 5 of Ryan Barber on his inside. He's going to be trying to battle for his position. The 40 car goes high and wide on the racetrack, leaves the door open. Here comes Chris Rivera down on the inside. He's going to be trying to make a better position against Sebastian Mansion. Going to carry Watson with him. Watson going to try to pull back up from 7th to 6th. Gets by the 40. That's one down. This race just got that much more interesting. Got a problem with the 5 of Wachinski. He is off pace. It's the 4 car also. Tim Blundell, he is down on pit road. I believe Tim was involved in that earlier incident. And there's Greg, you can see on your screen. He gets sideways, takes her over into the grass. No caution, though. Gets it back on the road, gets her turned around, and now he's going to be in a deficit as well. But a couple drivers probably looking for any opportunity they can get right now to have a caution, at least so that this field can kind of get lined up again, maybe get a restart, maybe get a shot at doing that over. Watson still having a hard time keeping his car pointed in the right direction. Right, James?
Yep.
Well, James probably not going to be real talkative right now, but that's okay. Focus on what you're doing. We got you.
Yeah, I think we're going to get accustomed to this run because you know how it is. Whenever I need a caution, we never get it. So we're guaranteed to end this race on a green flag run.
A lot of racing left to go. I've seen a lot of things happening down there I don't know yet. I'm going to keep my hat on my head. I'm not going to throw it down there just yet. But we're going to keep watching this thing, see what it's going to do. Kenny Powell now in pursuit. He has gotten by Matty Raymond now. He is chasing down the 42 of Lachlan and Acquisio. You can believe Powell's feeling pretty good about his car tonight. James, it would have you feel good to know that you had the fastest lap last time.
Neat.
Neat, he says. End quote.
Yeah, as long as I continue to be here, it really doesn't matter much at all.
Christopher slowly reeling in the 5, putting a little pressure back there. That's going to change his night a whole lot. as Ryan Barber can feel that pressure now on his neck. So we're going to be doing everything in his power to try to get around that car. But just like that, Mr. Watson's going to be laying in wait, because if Chris can get an opening, Watson's going to follow. Barber struggled a little bit tonight. I think he's kind of been off the pace a couple of times, but not yielding. You know, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
He's definitely making guys work to get around him. Speaking of getting around, Watson taking a twofer, trying to get around the inside of Severa. Pedal turn, do a little drift work there. It's now the 5 and the 39, the 10 and the 39 are side by side. Christopher painting the bumper of the 5. Trying to get around him. Bear almost got caught sleeping there as the 39 was really ready to put a run on him. James is ready.
Yeah, I should have just went up when I had the moment. I gave him too much slack, and it screwed me over. It seems a theme: cut people too much slack, and I always seem to end up in the wrong end of it. So might have to start changing that.
Yeah, Watson driving hard now, trying to keep up with that 10 and the 5. "34 laps to go." Moves very into the wall just one more time, taking another headshot. Oh, and the 5 gets a little twisted. That's the very places a tourniquet on him. Oh, yeah, he is really working the inside. Barber doing everything he can to hold that position. There it is. And he straightens him out and oh, there's that caution. No caution. There's that caution. So Severa definitely takes Barber out. Well, and I was, that's the question that I'm wondering is, was that frustration? Because like I said, it seemed like Barber had kind of been off the pace, holding up traffic, if you will, and that just looked like was Severa's, he was impatient.
Yeah, and I'm one of the other major losers in this because it made me lose positions because I spun trying to get in the way of it, and yeah, iRacing's code is too dumb to know what car was actually in the caution and what wasn't, so yeah, now that's more spots I have to make up.
All right. Once again, we'll take a step away, get word from our sponsors, and we'll be back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are back to some pretty tumultuous times here in the ARCA Sparks Series. The lights off on the pace car. We kind of got a 3-for situation going on here, and I think they're going to leave it that way. Green flag's out. They started 3 wide. I'm still trying to catch up. This is crazy. Watson to the inside. He is trying to make up positions feverishly. 3 wide for second place. Watson contact from Matty Raymond. Raymond gets his car back under wraps. He also made contact with the 25 of Engler. Now Watson slowly pulling himself up. Now he's got 4 spots. Seems to be by himself. Wachinski back from a spin. He's back trying to hold on to 6. Watson pulling up on the 24. Going to go to the inside. Powell comes down the block. Oh, and you got Sebastian Manson as the leader. This is getting ready to get really good as Powell's coming up onto the 42. These cars almost made contact. Powell coming back up. He's going to lose another spot to the 39 as James Watson now tries to continue his march to the front. Powell's going to be down to the inside. Watson goes high, gets the drive off. He has the 42 in his sights. He is totally going to be trying to come around, hold on to that mark. Sebastian Manson goes up high. Watson's going to be coming up high, closing. Powell is punching him. The 40 goes low. Powell's right there, not going to give him an inch. Powell does back off. Watson continues. The 40 car, Sebastian Manson, though, he is really struggling up front. Sorry, Sebastian.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Kenny might have cost us the opportunity to fight for the lead since we weren't really able to send it on Lockie as he was trying to get past Sebastian.
Watson down to the inside now. He's going to be battling, trying to get around that 40 car, Sebastian Manson, and doing everything he can, and the 24 wants to follow suit. These two bumping and banging here, door to door. The 40's going to get out of it. That's going to give the 39 the runoff that he needs, and here comes Powell. He gets sideways. Matty Raymond's going to finish him off. Caution's going to come out. That's going to be the 3rd caution, the 4th caution here of the night. 23 laps ago when that caution comes out, so that's going to take us down to at least 20 to go once that flag comes again. And for what turned out to be an uneventful night, just really became just the crappiest trip to Grandma's house ever. We're going to take another step away. I'm going to get another word from our sponsors, and we're going to come back one more time.
You've got what it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
This is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
And we are back with the continued coverage of tonight's scheduled event. This event scheduled for 110 laps, and we got 22 to go. Getting pretty excited. This one's coming down to the end, coming to the wire. Got them stacked up again. Watson's going to be on the outside. Lackland's going to be on the inside. This is going to be that classic drag race.
Yeah, Lucky's going to do everything he can to get a good jump, because you do not want to give the outside line to anyone here, as we were discussing, especially not when we're going to be 20 laps to go here when we go back green.
You just got to be ready, buddy. As long as you don't jump him, you just got to be ready. So, keep right there to his door and then hammer down. Drag race into one. What you think?
We'll see. It's always impossible to get any sort of good jump, good restart on the outside in iRacing. So, probably just gonna have to come up with something going into turn 3 at this point.
Wreck 'em. Oh, sorry. Pace car's off and away. Forgot we were hot mic. Waiting on the 42. He is off and away. 39 getting it going. Lackland wins the drag race at the start-finish line. Other behind him, chaos ensues side by side. Everyone trying to figure out where they fit in. The 40 banging with the 5, the 24 and the 25 duking it out. Watson trying to reel in the 42. Wachinski high around the outside. He's going to go around Mansion. Oh, Mansion!
Oh,
Mansion turns Wachinski and no caution. I don't think that's gonna end well for that 40 car. Wow, what an interesting turn of events right there. As the leaders still come back around, Greg Wachinski still making it around on the inside there. If I was Sebastian, I'd be worried.
you can't imagine Greg will do anything.
The caution's out. There's the yellow. As Wachinski takes a tow. Wow, another very interesting turn of events. This thing has gotten sporty here. It looks like I'm in one of them dang 1% biker bars. So, James, seeing what you just saw that last time, do you think that you can do anything different to maybe get a better run on that 42?
Nope. Like, I went as soon as I saw his car move, and as you saw, there was, like, nothing. Like, I don't know what it is about restarts in iRacing, but they're never as close as you see in real life. The other car just always seems to get such a massive advantage if you're the one dictating the restart. It's just, yeah, you're always fighting a losing battle every time.
Ooh, got a couple cars coming down pit road. Ryan Barber's going to be one of those. Looks like I think the 45 of Paul Osen is going to be the other. These guys, no doubt, getting uninterrupted service here. Pit road probably going to be taking 2, maybe take 4. So about you, James.
I'm out of tires.
You're out of tires. Okay, that was the next question. Tim Blundell gets one of his 26 laps back. Getting ready to double them up here. Be going back to green flag racing. We'll have 14 to go at the line once the green flag comes out. This is going to be a shootout. I don't think we're done with cautions. Not just yet. I think there's going to be some more touching. Yep, I think they're going to be touching.
Yeah, we'll see. Things are definitely going to be interesting as we're going to have 14 laps to go here.
$14 laps to go. Pace car's going to be getting off and away. Then Lackland of Quizio is going to lead us through that Geico restart zone. We'll be watching intently to see if Mr. Watson can actually make any headway here. Pace car off and away. 42 car assumes post. Green flag's out. He's off and away. Powell with a little bit of bump there. Powell also bumps the 39. Kenny trying to get to the inside, and he turns the 39. Wow.
You have to be kidding me. I get, like, Lockie drops, but then Kenny just goes and flat moves me out of the... I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, as unfortunate as it was for Lockie, like, I got the break I needed, and then I just absolutely get run over. That is pretty... I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just kind of... Like, it's depressing when you try to race people as clean as you can, and there's been points where I've basically wrecked myself trying to stay off of someone.
The 45 and the 40 make contact. That caution is just looking for a place to land right here, James.
Oh, I'm really...
You got the 5 behind you. He's been known to be a bit of a wrecker.
I am praying for a caution right now.
That 5 car around, he is actually coming in to serve a black flag. We are still running. Kenny Powell, your new leader. Tend to go at the strap. Everybody's on their feet to include me. Look, I know it seems like I got quiet, but ladies and gentlemen, I really don't know what to say at this point. So see, I'm suffering from a new type of spectator's curse, right? It's called the what the. I got the what this, because I don't know how to fill in the blank on that last one. This has been awesome racing here tonight. Now Matty Raymond and Kenny Powell duking it out for the front. Lackland Acquisio back in 6th place. He totally missed his start. Now Matty Raymond's going to be coming down on the inside. Powell's driving hard in. He is going to be right there. On the inside, not going to let him go. Watson laying in wait. Matty Raymond's going to be giving Powell everything that he has. Oh, Powell comes down on the inside, drives it off the corner. Not going to get the drive off on 4. It's a drag race to the line between these two. Matty Raymond still in position. Now he's down on the inside, achieving that dominant position there. Powell has the drive high around the outside. Matty comes up towards the middle of the stripe. Watson does everything he can to close the gap. This battle is far from over. As Raymond now washes up, tries to go back around the head. Now you're going to have a battle where Powell, I don't think, is going to come out on top of this one. We're just watching as Watson is driving like a madman now, trying to get by with 7 laps to go, trying to take what is rightfully his. Not going to be denied this time as Matty Raymond mounts yet another assault on Kenny Powell. Powell enjoying just a little bit of breathing room just for a minute. Powell Watson to the inside of the 83, and he is going to get the dominant position. He is going to get the drive off right now, still battling there for second place. Can Watson do it? Can he hold him off? Because as soon as he gets by Matty Raymond, you know he is on his way to battle the 24 Kenny Powell. That is the battle that's getting ready to happen right now. People are up on their feet. Watson washes high. That allows Raymond to drive low. Matty Raymond now back on the inside, still trying to fight for second place as Watson does what he can to reel in Powell, who is off to the races with 5 to go. Kenny just holding his mouth, hoping that everything stays in his favor. Because right now he can feel that 39 car reeling him in, and I don't think it's going to be a pretty one once Watson catches up to the 24 Powell. A lot of emotions right here, bottled up in these last 4 laps. It's go time, baby. Watson giving her everything that she's got. He is intently perched upon the back doorstep of Powell. Coming down to the inside right now. He makes slight contact with Powell. Powell goes high. Powell washes behind Watson, and just like that, James Watson is back up front. Powell's going to try to come down to the inside. Not going to be able to get it done. He tries to bend it in, just not going to have the staying power that he needs as Watson gets to drive off to the outside. 2 laps at the line. Powell now has to worry about battling second place because here comes Matty Raymond. Matty Raymond high to the outside, battling the 24 as Watson's going to get the drive off. No one's bothering Watson. He's going to pull it 8 more times around, and he will be your winner. 2 laps to go on the board. Matty Raymond getting by Powell, still not going to relinquish the position. Powell staying right there on the inside. He is at the rear bumper, but he can't get clear. Raymond gets the drive off. Raymond's going to solidify second place. Raymond looks to the 39. The 39 looks to the skies. One more time as he comes around the line right here, coming off a turn 4, coming down the back stretch. James Watson, the guy who's led the majority of the laps here tonight, he is back up front. James Watson's going to be on the line. James Watson at the line. White flag is in the air. Watson 3 turns away from becoming your winner here tonight. Everything riding on this one, still driving it off. Folks on their feet. Powell goes high up into the wall. He is going to wash up and even lose 3rd spot. Just like that, Powell falls back out of the top 4. He's actually hitting pit road. Not sure what's going to go on there. James Watson.
Let's go, baby!
James
Watson. My goodness, yeah! Oh my God.
My dude. James Watson for the win. All right,
man.
We're pumped up about that. A lot of excitement here right there going down to the final minutes of that, man. And I think this is just, this is what we came to see. Woo! Official bills. James Watson, your winner. Matty Raymond second. Lachlan Uquizio in third. Sebastian Manson in fourth. Fifth place, Jeff English. Sixth place, Paul Olsen. Kenny Powell, seventh. Ryan Barber, 8th. Greg Wachinski, 9th. Tim Blundell rounds out the top 10. And we are watching the burnouts of none other than Mr. James Watson. Chris Severi, 11th. Ron Andrews, 12th. And Brad Wright rounds out the 13-car field. Round and around she goes. That is 100 plus. Yes. There. James, that's the burnout of the year right there, man. Hey, we're gonna step away. Just briefly get another word from our sponsor, just a couple words, and we're gonna come back here with our post-race show. And man, it's gonna be a good one.
Future of virtual motorsports is now. This September, the heart of sim racing beats in Chicagoland as the Sim Gaming Expo takes over the Schaumburg Convention Center, September 5th through the 7th. Go wheel to wheel in our competition area. Test the latest gear, meet top brands, creators, and celebrate with fellow sim racing enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned sim racer or new to the sport, this is your chance to be part of history. To purchase tickets and see the full exhibitor lineup, visit simgamingexpo.com.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Hey, we're back with the post-race show. What a race that was. I'm Big Al, your host, and I'm joined in the booth by none other than Lackland, Quizio Lackland. Talk to me, buddy. How you doing tonight?
A little gutted, but no, it's nice to have a good run tonight, and it was a lot of fun, especially when we were battling side by side, door to door with James out there. That was good fun, and yeah, props to him. He got the win in the end there, and good to see it actually. I don't think he's got one yet this year, so it was good to see, and props to him for that one as well.
Yeah, indeed, but you weren't making it easy on him, and for a while there, it looks like you kind of had this thing sewed up. And then all of a sudden you were gone. So talk to us. Sometimes we understand that the technical glitches, that's the part that really sucks about sim racing. So talk to us and tell us what happened with your setup.
That would be the equivalent of a $2 part in real life. My gear shifter, for some reason, there's something going on with it. I might need to pull it apart and do a bit of maintenance on it. But I went to shift from second to third and running sequential, so I pulled on the trigger, and the moment it hit the button, it froze the whole computer up. So I pulled hard left to get out of everyone's way, and yeah, well, by the time it came back to me, I was dead last and staring at the back of everyone.
Oh man, wow. Well, totally a gut and feeling. I understand that. Totally thought you guys had a chance to win this thing. Dropped all the way back to 6th place, 7th place ultimately, but you still battled back to come back to give yourself a podium. Got to be pretty pumped up about that. Next week, I don't know where we're going. Where we're going next week there, Kobe? Uh-oh, Iowa Speedway next week. Are you excited?
I do like Iowa. Pretty good in the truck there, so we'll see if we can be good in this thing as well.
All right. So, any predictions?
I reckon there'll be a few wrecks. So it's a bit of a bull ring, Iowa. So I reckon there'll be a few cars backwards and a little bit more tempers flared, because I think tonight there was a few tempers out there. So it'll be interesting going into next week if they get carried over.
Yeah, that's an understatement right there about a few tempers, man. Appreciate everything you did down there. Solid performance for you guys. Led some laps, 33 to be exact. Had a solid thing at pulling, solid chance at pulling this thing off. Just wasn't meant to be. Who you shouting out tonight for all your efforts?
Also, big thanks to TWRS, who have been supporting us this year and looking after us in all the other categories and putting out some great setups as well. And we've had a good run the last few weeks, especially in the truck series. We've been winning a lot, so they've done a really good job. Big thanks to the sponsors, Scotcher Race Fuel and Cutsick Sticker Co, who've come on board this year to look after us, and they've helped us out a bit this year. And then Moondog, who's been on board for a long time, big thanks to him. He's always helping out SRM. And then, yeah, SRM as a whole, like Maddie, Ruben, Matty Bartle, Brenton, all the SRM boys. It's a great place to be, and I love racing with them.
All right, man. Thank you so much. As I always say, don't party too hard, boss, and we'll see you next week.
Catch you later, Big Al.
All right, that was Lachlan Acquisio, your 3rd place finisher overall. Next, I'm going to pass it on over to James Watson. James standing by. It's all you, boo.
Sir, Matty Ray, you got me, brother.
I got you, mate. How good was that one?
Oh, that was epic. First, I gotta ask about the battle with me there in the closing laps. I know I kind of fed you the right reel a little bit, and hopefully I didn't door you too hard there.
Oh no, I'm just here for SR, mate. I'm alright. I seen. I could tell you might have been a little bit angry, so I was just like, nah, I'll just let him go, and if I get lucky, both of them will wipe out, and I'll get the win that way. So I did have pace over Kenny, and then I saw you coming, and I was like, yeah, well, those two have got a score to settle, I think. So I'll just let this play out and sit here and see what happens. But yeah, that was good, man. I think I might be one of the few drivers who maybe didn't upset someone else today. It's few tempers today. It was good. Good to get a bit of elbows out and sliding around on the old slick stuff. It was really fun. I had a good drive today.
Yeah, I think you and Lockie were the only ones that didn't get into anyone at any point. But yeah, you take us through. You mentioned slipping and sliding. Man, she was loose tonight, wasn't it?
It's awesome, man. I love these sorts of tracks where it's all just really old, worn out, and hot as hell. So yeah, the tyres like driving around on ice cubes, really, sort of thing. It's just heaps of fun. So yeah, I had a couple of good battles, and I had plenty at the end there. I could have probably pushed it and maybe, I don't know, spun you out or something, but don't reckon. It was really hard to pass when you get under someone. Of course, the thing's so loose, you're just trying to hang on to it, really. And yeah, no, it was good fun though. It was awesome. So yeah, I had a good race, and you got your first win, mate. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you guys, and yeah, once again, fantastic job tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, the usual list, of course. TWRS at the top of the list there, providing the setups and everything, as Lockie was just saying. Yeah, just always giving us bullets to drive, so it's a real relief and a lot of work off our shoulders too. So big thank you to them guys. We've got Scotch Race Fuels, Cut 6 Sticker Co, Moondog, a couple of charities, Tourette's Syndrome and Alopecia Australia, and then of course you guys, Inside Lane and Kobe and Big Al and yourself, for chipping in and putting all the legs in behind the scenes. So wouldn't be here without yous, and we always got something pretty good to go back and watch on. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Hey Maddie, well, we appreciate you, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, a bit of luck, we might be there. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
That was Matty Raymond with none other than James Watson. And now it's back to me, Big Al, up in the booth. But guess who I'm joined by? James Watson. James, you know, when this thing started tonight and I was watching, you know, we come in here and we're sitting in the booth and we're watching the guys practice. And I'm sitting there and I originally didn't pick you, but then I came back and I got to pick you. I said, I'm going to pick you till you win, man. Talk us through. You got to feel like there's a huge elephant lifted off your choice. That's not only did you win, you kind of dominated this thing. You put her on the pole and you finished P1, baby. That's a clean sweep. How does it feel?
Oh man, you know, I was telling you guys in the break, you know, I haven't been in a real good place mentally the last, I don't know, month. It's been kind of tough to keep going and even just kind of get out of bed at times. And you know, when your livelihood is also kind of giving you the shaft too, it just really kind of sticks the knife in further. And you know, a lot of my races, you know, not just here, but a lot of the others I do during the week, I've just been so close to having good results and just you know, catching some real bad breaks, a lot of bad luck, a couple self-inflicted, but you know, just a lot of, God, what have I got to do? And you know, I had this one circle in multiple different pens because this, like I said in the beginning, this is my favorite track. This is my best track. I think I have like almost 40 wins in the Indy Pro 2000 here alone. Like, if there's any track that I would feel confident going into, it's here. And I just I just wanted to get that win and to get it here. And when I messed up that pit again, I'm like I can't even get mad.
Which time?
Okay, well I only. Oh yeah, that's right. I did screw it up 2 times. That's right.
I mean, I wasn't counting or watching, but yeah, you kind of screwed it up twice, boss.
Yeah, I'm like I can't even get really mad because it's like it's my own damn fault that I'm in this position, and so I'm like it's funny when you're at the point where you feel like you're giving up, you want to give up the most is when you kind of dig the deepest. Like I just kind of grip the wheel harder and yelled a lot of expletives. You guys can attest to that. I'm just like, I'm not out of this yet. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna drive the absolute piss out of this radioactive piss 39. And it just, finally things kind of went my way and then kind of didn't, because, I said I was gonna need a miracle to get by Lockie. I didn't necessarily mean a miracle of his equipment kicking him in the nads, but I'm like, okay. I'm like, I guess I'll take it. I'm like, all right, well now let's go. Here we go, and then bam, Kenny gets into me and sends me up the track, and I'm already like back in 5th. I'm like 5th and 6th. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, what have I done to deserve this? And once again,
you said a lot. You said a lot more than that, though. I mean, just like
yeah, just a little bit. But yeah. Once again, I just put my head down, and I got by Jeff immediately, and then Sebastian and Ryan had their incident and got a couple positions that way, and then I saw Kenny and Maddie going at it, and I saw myself, catching them up. I'm like, if I can get past Maddie and get up to Kenny, I think I'm still in this. And I'm just, at the time I was actually, I'm like, if Maddie gets by Kenny, it's over. I'm not catching Maddie, but I'm like, I think Kenny might have burned his stuff off. So I'm like, if I can get by Matt and have an opportunity at Kenny, I think I can get him, and just managed to get past Maddie, and then I kind of gave it a little bit back to Kenny what he gave me on that last restart. Not a whole lot. I even at my angriest, which many people saw tonight, I'm still not the type to intentionally wreck and dump. So I still try to make it as clean as possible, and I fed him the right rear a little bit, kind of elbowed him out of the way, but I still feel like it. As far as incidents like that go, I still think it was fairly clean, because I don't think I hit him into the wall, which in a situation like this I think is reasonable. But yeah, I just really needed this win, because it's like they always say, winning solves everything.
Yeah, indeed it does, man. I can tell you pumped up. We're pumped up for you, James. It's been a long time coming. Glad you're actually able to get your first win this season here in the ARCA Sparks. I know that's a big relief for you guys, especially over there at Team Watson Racing Setups. It's been a joy to watch. It's been a joy to call with you, man, and to actually interview you from winning. That's even more awesome. James, look, that's it for this week. You only get to celebrate for so long. You know that, right? You get the rest of the night. You kind of recover tomorrow, and you're going to be back at it Monday. That's the process, right? So that's why I would say don't party too hard, because next week Iowa, same kind of track, a little bit of a different setup. I mean, you going to make any predictions? What are we looking for from that 39 camp?
I mean, Iowa is probably my second best track in the Indy Pro 2000. In any other car, though, it's a bit hit or miss with me. I think I might be competitive, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be able to contend with Lockie, Maddie, Chris. I'm sure Vincent will be back next week.
You know, most of those guys that you just named haven't even won. So what are you saying?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think I'll be competitive. I don't know if I'll be able to win, but you know, I have had good history in Iowa in a stock car, so I think it's going to be an interesting race, to say the least.
I think you lost so much that you forgot how to give an interview as a winner. You should have said, "Dang right, Big Al, I'm gonna be there." You know, everybody else can figure out how to fall in behind me. But anyway, you did good, man. Congratulations again. As I always say, don't party too hard, James. And what are your final thoughts on this race here, Bubba?
Well, first I gotta give a shout out to, of course, everyone at Team Watson Racing Setups. Use code WATSPIN39 for 10% off at checkout, and I gotta thank my teammates here at TWRS and SRM. You know, bringing home the win and having it be a 1-2-3 with my boys right there with me. You know, that's really cool. That's special. You know. Moments like that don't exactly happen all that often, so I'm grateful to be able to share the podium with my boys. So I gotta thank Icon Sim Racing Apparel, Boomer Button Boxes, Dizzy V Designs, and ZAS Designs for doing my paint schemes, Binks Designs, and my folks for watching at home, and of course everyone here at Inside Lane Productions.
All right, man. It was a mouthful. And from us, from Big Al, man, I want to say it was an awesome race. Want to give a shout out to all our sponsors, man. Inside Lane Productions, Doogie. Want to thank Scotch Fuels. Want to thank Team Watson Racing Setups and all things simulated and plus 131. Look, man, thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, hey, we'll be back right here next week. The same dog time, same dog channel. They say bats, but I'm more of a dog than a bat. So anyway, Big Al, thank you, Kobe. Thank you, James. We out.